All right, U.S. retailer Target is taking the lead and pushing for the use of so-called smart cards that are used in Asia and Europe. And that's after the company admitted that tens of millions of its customers had their personal and financial information stolen. But there are still questions about how effective these smart cards really are. Karina Huber reports.
In the United States, this is how most credit or debit cards work. A consumer swipes a card and a device reads the user's financial information through a magnetic stripe on the back of the card. This differs greatly from the cards used in Asia and Europe. There, the EMV card, named for founders Europay, MasterCard, and Visa, is the norm. It stores users' information via a chip. Experts say EMV cards do a better job protecting against the manufacturing of counterfeit cards.
It's much more difficult for them to create a card that has this chip embedded in it because it's much more expensive to do and they can't actually embed the information.
The U.S. is one of the last countries to make the transition to EMV cards, mainly because of cost. According to Chevron, the price tag for the industry would be roughly $10 billion to make the changes. Another reason the U.S. has been slow to catch on is because it hasn't had much of a problem with card fraud. Until recently.
Criminals will always go for the weakest link. So as we've seen, Europe, Asia tighten up its security by using chip cards, of course, it then leaves the United States exposed.
A fact that was highlighted recently by the Target and Neiman Marcus security breaches. But could EMV cards have prevented the hacking at Target?
Any type of card that had been used, whether it had been a magnetic stripe or an EMV, would have gone into the retailer's systems through the point-of-sale terminal, and that's how the fraudsters got this information. So in these particular examples, the EMV card would not have been any impact at all.
Nevertheless, the hacking events have created a rallying cry for safer cards, and right now, EMV cards are as good as it gets. And there's another incentive for adoption. Credit card companies are committed to bringing EMV cards to the United States, and they're telling retailers they have until October 2015 to accept the cards. If they don't comply by that deadline, they are saying that it will be the retailers, not the credit card companies, that will have to assume liability in fraud cases. Karina Huber, CCTV, New York.